Welcome to the module on quality management system. Today we will be discussing about the quality assurance plan, the definition of quality assurance plan, the purpose of quality assurance plan, the importance of quality assurance plan, and the importance of SOPs to be a part of the quality assurance plan. So to start with, what is quality? Quality is the totality of features and characteristics of a product or service that bear upon its ability to satisfy the stated or the implied needs. The other definitions of quality is a degree to which a set of inherent characters, that is natural and permanent characters, fulfills the requirement. So requirement of the user related to quality and service life of structures are specified in the contract specifications are given to you in order to maintain the quality of the required input. For example, if you say I need some water to drink, the quality of the water is predefined. It is the inherent quality of the water that when it is being asked for drinking, that it should be suitable for drinking and it should be free of any impurities whatsoever. So this is what is the set of characteristics which are inherent in nature. But instead of supplying a pure water, if you have been supplied with a turbid water, a polluted water which contains a lot of pollutants in it, then that means what is required is not being met. And if there is a difference between the required and the supplied material, then we can say that the quality of the material is not good. So, and this stands fit, or this stands good for all activities, all stages, and all aspects of life, whether it is purchasing a shirt, whether it is getting a ride, or whether it is making a telephone call, or whatever it is, whatever is being expected or implied needs. And if your product is varying from the expectations, that means the quality is not good. What is quality assurance? Quality assurance plan is a document constructed by the project team meant to ensure the final product are of the utmost quality. Quality assurance plan contains a set of documents, activities meant to ensure that customers are satisfied with the goods or services the company provides. All those planned and systematic actions necessary to provide adequate confidence that a product or structure or service will satisfy the given requirements for quality is what is known as quality assurance plan. Quality assurance is given in the form of a quality assurance plan before the execution of the project or a particular set of activities is started. The approved quality assurance plan is followed for quality control during the execution of the projects. Like for example, if you are about to start a concreting activity, your quality assurance plan should state clearly what should be the grade of the concrete, what should be the controls required in order to ensure the quality of the concrete, and what should be the temperature of the concrete or workability requirements depending upon the type of the structure and the congestion of the reinforcement in the activities. So quality assurance plan is basically a set of activities, a planned systematic action to provide the confidence that yes, by following these steps we will be able to ensure the product quality. The purpose of quality assurance plan, if you see, quality assurance or quality control evaluates and modifies an organization's procedure to make sure they provide the desired results. Quality assurance plan should include an organizational structure, details on each employee's responsibilities, and the qualification an employee needs to fulfill those responsibilities. So basically, the quality assurance plan talks about the competency level of the people involved in the project, talks about the methodologies involved in the project, and it basically basically covers all the logical points which will ensure that the product quality or the process quality is up to the required level. A QA plan also specifies requirements for suppliers and the materials they ship. It can also specify adequate product testing and feedback test results and customer complaints to solve problems and encourage improvements throughout the organization. Small business use quality assurance to increase the efficiency and improve the customer satisfactions. Because without quality assurance plan, it will be difficult to ensure the product quality when the people or the workforce changes at the project sites. 8 steps to create a quality assurance program. If you see, you should start defining the standards and goals for your customer services. Visualize and think about what you want your team to achieve as the end product or the final product. Set up policies and procedures for each department and share those procedures with the concerned stakeholders for their review and finally making it as a standard. Implement the procedures. Get the feedback of the people in line or with respect to the procedures. Like for example, do they need any amendments to be carried out? Is there a gap in the procedure? Is there an improvement which will help you to change, which will help you to improve your process or product qualities? Measure the results and communicate the results to the concerned stakeholders, like what is being targeted is whether achieved or not, and if it is achieved, what could be best done, and if it is not, then what are the reasons for not achieving the results, and then make the necessary adjustments in the process as needed to improve the end product quality. So this is how a quality assurance program can be developed for a small to a large organizations, and based on these programs, the contents can be added. The contents of the quality assurance plan, if you see, it should be talking about the project work or the title of the quality assurance plan, giving details of the projects, what sort of project it is and what should be the scope of the project and all those things. Some brief about the quality management system, which is ISO 9001 2015 in this case, because the 2015 is the latest version. And it should also contain the OSHA's and EMS requirements. The company details, logo, name and address should be a part of your quality assurance plan. The site contact details, including the emergency contact numbers, also forms a part of the quality assurance plan. The organization chart showing roles and responsibility matrix for each activity, like for example, who is responsible for purchase of materials, who is responsible for storage of materials, who is responsible for ensuring quality of the material being produced, who is responsible for executing the activity or the process. Then it should also contain the list of JSA, generally job safety analysis, like what is the risk involved in a particular activities. It should contain the list of checklist, the logical points to check at appropriate time in order to ensure that the final product is meeting the required quality. The QAP for activities briefs you about the logical control points where one has to check, like for example, QAP for embankment, if you see, it should tell you that at each layer you need to ensure that the layer is being checked for the required percentage compaction. Then each layer needs to ensure that there is a proper check of the material, whether it is incoming material or the check of moisture during the process of compaction, and then finally the test of compaction. at the end of the layers. Similarly, it should also contain the list of the processes involved, like what is the process you have, the procurement process, the storage process, the project management process, the QS or the billing process, the quality check process, and so on. It should also give the details of the ITPs, that is inspection and test plans, because in the project when you have the list of materials, it basically gives you the list of ITPs for corresponding to those list of materials which are going to be used in the project. These list of materials can further be elaborated and can be a part of your method statement individually when you develop a method statement for a particular activity. Documents, authors, and health and safety contact details is definitely a part of your quality assurance plan. And then finally, the list of the method statements also reflects in the quality assurance plan, because depending upon the list of the method statements, from the list of the method statements, the list of method statements is arrived based on the list of activities involved in the project, and based on the list of method statements, you know what are the materials involved in the project. And based on the materials involved, you have to develop the list of ITPs and the corresponding ITPs in the project. So basically, the quality assurance plan encompasses all the minute details of the project. And if you have a organized, structured quality assurance plan covering complete details of the project, which will be in line with the project requirements, the contract requirements, and the latest standards requirements, then one can ensure that yes, by following these things, the end product, the quality of the end product can be definitely achieved. Why is quality assurance plan is so important? Quality assurance plan is a critical part of any project because it enables to agree a set of quality targets which are being accepted by the customers and the concerned persons who are involved in the job. The purpose of quality assurance plan is to direct and facilitate the establishment of quality assurance activities within process used to deliver the right products and services to the clients at appropriate times, with less rejections, with less negative feedbacks, and with increased profitability in the organization. The goal of a quality assurance plan is to improve development and testing process, to prevent the defects which is arising during the product development life cycles. They make sure that project managers follow the company's process, standards, and procedures and collect metrics on the projects. The goal of the quality assurance is to develop confidence within the workforce. Like if they follow the quality assurance, they guarantee that the end product will be meeting the standards or the specification requirements, and they are in a position to get the appreciation from the client for doing a good job. What is the job of a quality assurance specialist? As a quality assurance specialist, you must ensure that the final product observes the company's quality standards. In general, the detailed-oriented professionals are responsible for the development and implementation of inspection activities, the detection and resolution of problems, and the delivery of the satisfactory outcomes to the customers. So in short, quality assurance specialist is responsible for delivering the product as intended by the customer or the clients in the given timelines without compromising the qualities and with the appreciation of the clients. What are the benefits of implementing quality assurance plan or advantages of implementing quality assurance plan is the costs are reduced because there is less wastage and rework of a product or a process, because you are improve the efficiency of the production by effectively implementing the quality assurance plan at every stage. It can help you to improve the workers' motivation as workers have more ownership and recognition for their work, because if they do a good job, definitely they will be in the limelight and they will be lifted up in the process, and they can showcase that yes, if you perform, you will be definitely rewarded. It can also help you to break down us and them barriers between the workers and managers, as it eliminates the feeling of being checked up on, because each person is responsible for his own activity and he is the one who can look after this process effectively, rather than the third person coming in and checking the process and finally telling him the defects or trying to pinpoint the defects. So the one who understands the quality assurance plan can work effectively in the organization within the process and will be able to deliver the product with less defects. With all staff responsible for quality, this can help the firm gain marketing advantages arising from its consistent level of quality and deliverables. The branding can be improved because of the consistent quality being maintained, and the name will have its weightage. Like now further in future, you will get the orders depending on the name, not on the products. So quality assurance plan is having the power to convert the product into a brand. So if you are able to convert your product into a brand, definitely you are selling your brand, not your product. So how the SOPs in quality assurance plans can be effectively implemented is, a SOP is basically a standard operating procedure, which is a set of step-by-step instructions compiled by an organization to help their workers carry out the complex routine operations. Even if some new entrants come into place, by looking at the SOPs, they understand that this work has to be done in the following process or the following steps, which is being shown in the standard operating procedure for that particular activity. And one good thing is the SOPs should always be displayed near the activity for which the SOP is being developed, because that will help the workers, whether it is new or old, to refresh themselves about the activities which are involved, and the chances of missing out in between activities will be eliminated. SOPs aim to achieve the efficiencies, improve the quality outputs and uniformity of performance, while reducing the miscommunications and failure to comply with the industry regulations. So it is always important to display the SOPs, the relevant SOPs for critical activities at least, at the place where the activities are being performed, rather than keeping them in file. So if your SOP is very good, very effective, but it is not being displayed at the place where it has to be implemented, then the effectiveness or the efficiency of the SOPs will become zero, and you will not be getting any benefit out of the process for which you have been struggling so hard to make a good SOPs. So to summarize this module, we talked about the definition of QAP, the process of a quality assurance plan, the contents of the quality assurance plan, what are the contents one can add in a quality assurance plan, the benefits or the advantages of a quality assurance plan, and the importance of SOP in a quality assurance plan. In the next module, we will be covering some more myths about the qualities. Till then, thank you for watching. Tune in for more updates